Let's take another example. Our third example has fractions. Fractions in the problem. Example 3 says x over 2 plus y over 5 equals 1. X over 2 plus y over 5 equals 1. What do you do when you have fractions in an equation? You can choose to keep the fractions if you like them. If you would rather not have them, you don't have to. Remember that to remove fractions from an equation, we find the common denominator of both fractions, all the fractions in the problem, and multiply both sides of the equation by that common denominator. Clear fractions, then solve for y. That's our procedure. Clear fractions, then solve for y. Since fractions do not show up all the time at the beginning of a problem, people tend to forget this step. Let me star it. Don't forget to clear fractions. That will make your work easier. Then, as usual, we will solve for y. Notice that this is a number times x plus a number times y equals a number. So the form of this equation is ax plus by equals c. 1/2 x plus 1/5 y equals 1. And so we would solve this equation for y as we did in the preceding example. Well, let's clear these fractions. The common denominator for 2 and 5, of course, is 10. And so we multiply both sides of the equation by 10. 10 times x over 2 plus y over 5 on the left, 10 times 1 on the right. The 10 will be distributed. 10 times x over 2 will be 10x over 2, which reduces to 5x. 10 times y over 5 will be 10y over 5, which reduces to 2y. And so we get 5x plus 2y, and on the right, of course, 10. 5x plus 2y equals 10. So we have cleared the fractions. No more fractions. Then we solve for y. We'll get y by itself by removing the 5x from both sides of the equation. We do so by adding its opposite or subtracting 5x. So we get 5x plus 2y subtract 5x equals negative 5x plus 10. 5x plus 2y subtract 5x equals negative 5x plus 10. Notice that in this one, as in the preceding example, subtract 5x or add negative 5x is written on both sides. The 5x's on the left, of course, cancel, leaving us with 2y, and on the right we have negative 5x plus 10. Then to get y by itself, we'll divide both sides by the coefficient of y, which is 2. Now on the left we get y. On the right we have negative 5x over 2 plus 10 over 2. And so that gives us negative 5x over 2, or negative 5/2 x plus 5. So here is the form that we will use for our graph. Here's the form we're going to use for our graph. Since we have y by itself, it's very easy to tell what values of x would be smart choices. The x should be something that will cancel with the 2, and we will use negative 2, 0, and positive 2, same as before. So our x values are negative 2, 0, and positive 2. So we make the table of values by first filling in the x column, then we'll work out the y values to go with those. First filling in negative 2, we have y equals negative 5/2 times negative 2 plus 5. we can cancel, or if you prefer not to cancel, -5 times -2 is +10. 10 over 2 is 5. 5 plus 5 gives us 10. So -2, 10 is the first ordered pair. We fill in 0 for x, and we get y equals -5/2 times 0 plus 5. -5/2 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 5 is 5. And so our ordered pair is 0, 5. Last, we'll fill in 2. And we have y equals -5/2 times 2 plus 5. -5/2 times 2 is -10 over 2, which is -5. -5 plus 5 is 0. And so our three ordered pairs are -2, 10, 0, 5, and 2, 0. Let's put these on the graph. Notice that the y values we're working with are +10, 5, and 0. This means that our big excitement with y is going to be on the upper part, and so when I draw my axes, I'll leave plenty of room up high. So here's the x-axis, here's the y-axis. We'll begin with the ordered pair -2, 10. That means starting at the origin, we count 2 to the left and up 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's -2, 10. 0, 5 is the next ordered pair. That means 0 horizontally, 5 vertically. So 0 horizontally means none sideways. 5 vertically means up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last, 2, 0, 2 horizontally, 0 vertically. Starting the origin, 2 to the right, and none up or down. The 3 points do lie on the same line as my ruler indicates. And drawing the line all the way across the grid, all the way across the picture I've drawn, and arrow points on the end indicate that the line goes on forever and ever. So here's the graph of y equals -5/2 x plus 5 with my three ordered pairs.